Hello and welcome. It's Japan, and I wanted to do a tier list on Stardom Niter, I guess is what, like, it's Stardom Niter in the vicinity. I don't know if that's like what they like put as their like event, I guess. I don't know. Stardom, I'm still kind of getting used to it. So it's like I would say night in than the city name if you were gonna do it, but I digress. It was a fairly important match for the at least main event. So we were gonna go through all the matches, say what we liked, this didn't like, and yeah, go from there. So first off, we kind of had I really don't want to say like rookies, but it's like the people that are starting off the most, kind of like they always start off that first match where they're kind of like maybe paired with somebody that's a little bit more. Overall, the match was okay. I put it in C. It wasn't anything too crazy and nothing that like you have to go out there and watch it. It's just a 6 minute starter match. Then next up, we had an interesting one because we had Suzuki with two of the CMLL people that I've never heard of either one of these, but I thought it was pretty cool against Stars, which is another like it's another faction. So I kind of was surprised that the CMML people won, but it was pretty interesting. I have to check out some of the other people. I do definitely think it was better than the starter, but I don't think it was much better than that. So I'll probably still put it in the C. It still was a pretty solid match. I'd have to check out the other people more to see where their skill level is. And then we went right into an 8 women tag match, which was Hate versus Cosmic Angels. Basically, the best way of saying it. Hate just like honestly gets so many matches because they're like such a huge faction. They're just so like I don't know, big, I guess. I don't even know what the best way of saying it, but like it feels that way like they are one of the bigger factions. Obviously, with Saya having the belt, that definitely helps because it propels you having like a captain that's, you know, up there in the main event scene. This match I thought was, much better than the other two. I really like a lot of the women that were in this match. Obviously like Nat did really good, and Konami, Rena, like there was a lot of good back and forth. They kind of have like obviously their two leaders are fighting at the main event, so it kind of felt like there was a little extra in it. So I definitely think it was a B solid match. I really liked it. Nothing, like I said, nothing too crazy, but like, enough that it was memorable. And then we had the Mayu match. This was God Eyes versus Star that ended up in 35 seconds. I don't know. I already did a video on this match on the channel because it was something for 35 seconds to have your tag team champs and one of your best wrestlers get beaten in that for really no reason, just other than to do it. Obviously, this is a D match. It should be in its own category of terrible matches. And then we start getting towards the second half of the card. It was a solid 8 match card to be honest. First up, we had a 6 women tag match. It was Hate again versus Empress Nexus Venus. That is always a huge mouthful of to say, but obviously, like they wanted to look, Momo wanted to look good because she's gonna have a title match against Mercedes Money coming up. So I think she looked pretty good. I think overall, Thekla also has done really good, been having some really good spots. I think this match was pretty solid. I liked it, and again, the big thing about it was Mina came back to save her team after the match. So I thought this was pretty solid. I'd put it in A. I definitely think it trended to being pretty solid for about 11-minute match. It wasn't that bad. Then we had the high speed title best out of two falls match. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this title in general because it does, obviously it's like supposed to be fast. It's, the whole like speed thing, even like the WWE has, but I feel like it's more of a starting match than towards the back of the match. It was okay. It was only like 3 minutes. I didn't really feel much into it. I probably put it down in D. It just wasn't really much for me. Then we had the Artist of Stardom title match, which was Neo Genesis versus Godseye. This one absolutely rocked. Obviously, the artists, the Neo Genesis with AZM, Starlight Kid, are just really good. I mean, obviously, Starlight Kid is the has the white belt, and AZM former, champion herself. And even Miyu obviously always is. She's just like that solid person to put in a tag match because she's gonna show up for or show off what she has when she's out there, and then she's gonna sell when the rest of it. God's Eye, they did pretty solid. I think overall, I would put the match into A. It was one of those matches that I think I would have enjoyed a little bit more, maybe on like on a rewatch, but I was just so pumped for the main event. So I was just like, okay, I'm ready, but but then yeah, we get to the main event. It was Tam versus Saya with the loser leaving Stardom. So there's a few things from this match. Obviously, the match itself, I think, absolutely was just a really solid, good match. I love both competitors really well. I'm a big fan of Saya too. So like she's been one of those wrestlers I've only started watching like very regularly since she won the belt with at the beginning of the year because I was just still getting into Stardom myself and I knew a few people and those few people I watched as much as possible, but I need to watch more of Saya, and I really like Saya, so I was really hoping that she would win here. And it was, I think she showed up and showed off and shown that she is the future of the organization, and it was a good match. I mean, obviously, the loser was going to leave Stardom, which they kind of, yeah, Tam's now gone out of Stardom. She's a freelancer. She will have one last Stardom match, but as a freelancer against Saya again for career versus title, which is kind of a weird thing because it's like if you're a freelancer, there's no way you're gonna win the title. So like it just really is like a permanent retirement match. But I would have wished that would have probably been the thing here, or like they would have had like something a little different. I think like the story was a little convoluted because it's like there's really no way that you think Tam's gonna win, and if Tam wins and gets the belt and she's a freelancer, it's just kind of one of those crazier things. I don't know. And what does that mean for Saya? Because like it's career. Does that mean she has to retire herself? I'm not really sure, but I mean, if that's his Tam's retirement, I think it's a pretty solid go. And I obviously want to see this last match. I think they're going to absolutely burn down the house. I put this in S tier. It definitely made the card better. I probably put the card around a B. As you can see, it was pretty even. I think their pacing was pretty good. I definitely think they should have handled this match better. The Mayu match, I think they could have done a lot better with that. And give them more than 35 seconds. They could have definitely split off some time. To just give them a little bit more, at least if they're going to do a weird ending like that. But yeah, that's what I thought. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and tell me if you guys are enjoying the current year of Stardom. It's been 2 months in. I think I've been enjoying a lot of the events. A lot of matches have been really good. There's a lot of really good matches that have came out of this year so far in Stardom. So it's definitely a good time to be watching it. So until next time, this has been Japan. Bye, guys.